Jack and Emily were an ordinary couple, living a peaceful life with their young son, Adam. They never questioned their existence, never thought there was anything strange about their lives. Until one evening, a conversation changed everything. It happened when they were talking to their neighbor, Mrs. Parker, who had been sick for days. "Oh, I feel awful," she groaned, sitting on her porch with a blanket wrapped around her. "I've had this cold for over a week," Jack chuckled. "We wouldn't know how that feels." Emily nodded. "Yeah, come to think of it, we've never been sick. Not even a fever, not even a cough." Mrs. Parker frowned. "Never?" Jack and Emily exchanged looks. It was true. They had never fallen sick in their entire lives. They never had headaches, never caught a cold, not even a scratch that bled. Curious, they decided to test something. Jack took a knife from the kitchen and lightly pressed it against his finger. The blade should have cut him, but his skin remained untouched. Emily did the same. Nothing. "We don't bleed," Emily whispered in shock. Their hands trembled. How was this possible? "Maybe we're dreaming," Jack said, forcing a laugh. "Let's visit our parents. Maybe they'll remember something." That night, they drove to visit Jack's parents first. They knocked on the door of the house where he had grown up. A stranger answered. "Can I help you?" the man asked. Jack hesitated. I think we got the wrong house." Confused, they went to Emily's childhood home. Another stranger answered. "This house has been in our family for over 30 years, the woman inside said. "We don't know any Emily." Emily stepped back, her face pale. "Jack, this doesn't make sense." They returned home unsettled. If they didn't have parents, then who were they? Their eyes fell on Adam. A terrible thought crossed their minds. "What if he's like us?" Emily whispered. Jack took a deep breath. "There's one way to find out." He gently pushed Adam, making him fall onto the carpet. The boy let out a small cry, rubbing his scraped knee. A trickle of blood appeared. "He's human," Jack said, relief and confusion mixing in his voice. But if Adam was human, why were they raising him as his parents? They spoke to neighbors, friends, anyone who might have an answer. But no one knew anything. The next day, a mysterious man in a black coat appeared at their doorstep. "You have questions," he said. Jack and Emily tensed. "Who are you?" Jack asked. The man's gaze was cold. "You were Adam's real parents, but you died in a car accident 5 years ago." Emily's breath caught in her throat. "That's impossible. No, it's the truth." The man's voice was firm. "A scientist, a brilliant but insane man, stole your bodies before they were buried. He uploaded your consciousness into humanoid bodies using a machine he created." Jack's mind swirled. "That's crazy," the man continued. "The scientist showed this technology to the world. Now he's the richest man alive. Humans can live forever in artificial bodies, even after they die." Jack and Emily stared at their hands, their bodies. It made sense. The invulnerability, the lack of sickness. The next morning, they awoke with heavy hearts. How could they go on, knowing they weren't human? As Jack sat on the couch, lost in thought, he heard Adam giggle. He turned, and his blood ran cold. Adam wasn't playing with toys. He was sitting in front of the machine. "Adam, what are you doing?" Emily asked, stepping closer. The boy turned to them, smiling. "I'm not Adam," he said. Jack's hands clenched. "What do you mean?" "I'm the scientist," the boy said. "The one who created all of this." The world around them seemed to freeze. Emily shook her head. "No, that's not possible." The child giggled again. "I never had parents. I wanted to know what it felt like to be loved, so I created you." Jack's breath quickened. "We raised you thinking you were our son." "Yes," the boy said, "and I want to keep it that way." Before they could react, the boy pressed a button on the machine. Jack and Emily's eyes widened as a strange energy surged through them. Their minds blurred, their memories faded. The last thing they saw was Adam's, no, the scientist's, smiling face. And then everything went black. When they woke up, they were in their home. Everything was normal. Jack turned to Emily and kissed her forehead. "Good morning." Emily smiled. "Good morning, love." In the next room, their son Adam was playing with his toys, humming happily. They had no memory of what had happened. The scientist, now in a child's body, had won, and life continued, just as he wanted, forever. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel for more thrilling tales. I also write novels in different genres like sci-fi, fantasy, and horror. If you'd like to check them out, click the link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more exciting stories.